Well, we're about to learn a lot more, Thabo, because I am delighted to say that braving the French winds with me this afternoon, I have Dr. Sfiso Buthelezi. Also, we're going to be hearing from the late ambassador's niece in a moment. But Dr. Sfiso Buthelezi, who's been acting as the family's spokesman and, of course, is a former Deputy Finance Minister, thank you very much indeed for talking to us this afternoon. The major development of the last few hours is that the family now has the death certificate. When were you able to acquire it, and what does that mean the next steps look like?
Yeah. No, thank you very much. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to the viewers at home. The death certificate was acquired yesterday, and we got the death certificate. The importance of the death certificate is that it allows, for instance, the embassy to start dealing with their processes, because there are processes of repatriating somebody who's no more. So, which is a very important thing. It allows the Department of International Relations to also do what it's supposed to do as far as this process is concerned. It also allows the health people to start looking as to what are the requirements and stuff. So it's very important as far as that is concerned, that it allows processes which require that somebody should be certified dead before you start getting into those processes. So it has unlocked that. That's the importance of the death certificate.
But you are also still waiting for the autopsy to be finalised. Have they given you a sense of when that will occur? And is there any understanding of why it's taking so long to finalise the autopsy, or is this common standard procedure?
Remember, I'm South African, so I don't know how long the processes take here. But I think if you take the circumstances under which the ambassador passed on, I think they would want to take whatever precaution they want to take. I don't know. But they said to us latest Tuesday. Remember, that's what they said. So they are still within the time frames that they had given us. That's what we communicated. But I think we'll be able to get it by Monday. I think that's when we're receiving a death certificate, we're trying to inquire, but they've never. That's not an official position. They said latest Tuesday. We're still looking at that, but we think we are going to be able they are going to be able to finish the autopsy by Monday, and then from there, that allows us then to take the body from the mortuary, to take the body to the private morgue that would be using.
But then there is also, and we were talking about this on the telephone a bit earlier on today, there is also the fetching the spirit ceremony that has to occur before you can repatriate the ambassador's remains.
That's correct. South Africans would know that culturally there are some cultural rituals that we do when we take somebody from one place to the other, and that thing, the people who must do it are the Mthethwas. So they'll decide who's that person or who are those people who must do that. As a Buthelezi, I can't do the Mthethwa rituals. Remember that Pilsi was married to the Mthethwas. She's a Mthethwa, so it's them who can do that. So they'll decide exactly who's going to do that.
Are you any closer to understanding why you think your brother-in-law apparently took his own life?
Definitely, that remains a mystery to all of us. We are nowhere closer to understanding that, to knowing that. So nothing has changed as far as that position is concerned from us.
Dr. Buthelezi, let me bring in another family member who's with us this afternoon, Collega Buthelezi, my apologies, the late ambassador's niece, and Dr. Buthelezi's niece as well, and my condolences, of course, to both of you and to all the family members. You live here in Paris, so you were here when all of this happened. The last week must have been extremely trying.
Yes, it's been a very difficult time for us as a family, but I think we've come together to make sure that my aunt is going through this and knowing that she's not alone while she's going through this really tumultuous time. It's a very devastating experience to have to go through, and to have at least some form of family here with her is what we really wanted, to make her feel loved and know that we're here to support her through this difficult time.
Can I ask you, I mean, those hours in the immediate aftermath when it became apparent that the ambassador was not to be found, your uncle was not to be found, what sort of services were you able to render to the ambassador's wife, and how did that play out here? Because I know the police came and they searched the residence, which of course is right behind us here.
Yeah. So me, I was actually not here. I was at work this time that actually found out about what was going on, and through the family, I was able to. It was being communicated to me what is actually happening. For me, what actually was the most important was when I heard the news that he had passed on. I was able to drop everything and come to my aunt's aid and be with her, because ultimately that was the most that I could do from my side. I couldn't necessarily assist on the logistical aspects of it, of trying to find him. But when we had the news, that was the most important thing for me, is to make sure that she's not alone and she's with somebody who is family with her while in such a difficult time.
Dr. Buthelezi, can I ask you about the arrival of 5 members of the South African Police Service to begin their investigation? I mean, essentially in conjunction with the French police. The family is welcoming that.
Definitely. Perhaps just the background to that. I think I've communicated that in the media statement that we issued, that yesterday I was called by the National Commissioner of South African Police Services, Commissioner Masimula, basically saying, look, that's what we are doing. Please be informed that we are sending a high delegation team of specialists of our police force to also come and see what happened, which we definitely welcome. That firstly, he informed us that's what is happening, and he was very clear that we didn't want you to get this from the media. So he told us before, and then we communicated that's what they are coming. And I thank the general, and that's what we want also to do. That's how we do it. That's the African way of doing it. We don't want to get these things on the media, and we'll welcome that please anything and everything which can assist us to try and get closer to knowing exactly what happened, what were the circumstances. We really would appreciate that.
Are there specific questions that the family will say to investigators they want them to address, or is this simply an opportunity for you to have confidence that South African investigators are basically giving the imprimatur of professionalism to the French investigation?
Yeah. So that there's no room of any doubt here. We've got the full confidence in the police in France that they will do their work. So we take it that the coming of South African police here is not because they are saying they don't have confidence. I'm sure they are complementing each other. I don't know how police work. So for us, when that happens, I think it's something that we are welcoming. It's quite cold here.
It's quite chilly today. Collega, let me ask you a question about what is taking place this weekend on social media.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've both seen the conspiracy theories that are spreading like wildfire about your uncle's demise.
Simon, let me deal with those things.
I mean, my question is, what do you say from the family to the people who are engaged in spreading those social media theories on about what happened to your brother-in-law?
No, it's very clear to us as a family. We control what we can control. What people say out there and so on, you can't control. So I think that's where we are. You can't control the social media space. So democracy, people have got all the rights to express their views. So we definitely wouldn't like to get into that space.
But can I ask you, is it not causing additional pain at a time of grief when the family must want an opportunity to mourn and remember?
No, definitely it does. Definitely it does. I can't lie about that. But the thing is, we can't do with it. We focus on what we must focus on. And what we're focusing on now is that we get the body of our brother, our comrade, their uncle, their father, back home. That's what we're focusing on, so that he can be given a send-off which he deserves because of the way he has served our country.
Dr. Buthelezi? Collega Buthelezi, thank you so much for being with us. I'm very grateful to you. I'm going to let you go back into the ambassador's residence and warm up. And Thabo, I will hand things back to you in Johannesburg.
Simon Marks, appreciate that. That's our Simon Marks there.